What's up, guys? Zach at Grip It Customs. Just wanted to bring you another video today. This one is on a CZ that I'm doing. I've already done kind of all my prep work here, cut all my borders, sanded everything down. I've said it before, prep work is key to this. I have kind of gone over my process for my borders and stuff once, but I'll kind of hit on it again. I draw everything on with a pencil or a marker that I use that wipes off relatively easy. It's actually right here, pin gear. I do like using it. You kind of have to sketch with it, but it gives me a nice solid line and it wipes right off. So anyway, I'll come in and I cut everything with this bit right here. Sorry, I don't have the names of them, but you can kind of see what it is. So I cut all of it here. Normally I'll come in with kind of the same bit, but a round one to clean it up a little and move over, but this is a harder polymer, so you can jump right in at a very high speed with this diamond burr round bit, and I just come in and clean everything up and then work my way to the center a little ways. So that a way I've created not only this channel, but I've dug it out a little ways, and I can come back in with a smaller sanding drum and clean everything else up and sand everything down. Once I've done that, I will jump in with one of these, it's like a sanding bit. It's a you can get them on Amazon. They're like a Brillo pad, different colors or different grits. You can come right in and just start sanding. You will want to be careful and not just stand in one spot for too long because you can scratch it. But for the most part, at a low speed, you can come in real quick with it, even if you come up onto your stuff you're not going to stipple, and it will clean it up real nice. And then you're ready for stippling. I've already kind of started a little bit here before I decided I wanted to show you guys some stuff. So a lot of guys, and I've done it too, will come in and just do kind of like around their border, they'll go in a just constant straight line like this, and that's absolutely fine. Sometimes it works fine. Sometimes I have trouble with it because it will end up getting a little bit of Cerakote will roll up over if your borders aren't quite deep enough. So to prevent that, and what I find, it does take a little more time, but I really like to come in and just dot. Just like I'm kind of just going in a straight line here, but I'm also just dotting it, just barely touching it, dabbing it. It helps me keep everything nice and clean, nice and straight. And I don't get a huge bunch of Cerakote, I'm sorry, a lot of polymer built up. I don't know why I have Cerakote on the mine. I mean, it's what I do. The full-time job is I Cerakote things, so that might have something to do with it. But just come in and dot. It is also important too, especially on polymer frames that are factory colored FDE or OD green, keep your tip clean, because what will happen while you're stippling, you will get a buildup of polymer on the tip of the burner. And what will typically happen, and it usually happens when you lift up and move away from the part, is it will sit there and burn, and it will burn to the point that it turns black. And when you come back in to start another row or to start on your pattern, it will leave black, like burnt polymer, and you don't want to do that. It doesn't look good. So normally I would go through and finish all of this, come in and basically make a border around everything that I cut out. and then you start with your pattern. You guys have seen this pattern a lot from me. Not only do I like doing it, I do. It is relatively quick, but a lot of my customers like it, returning customers, because a lot of them conceal carry. It is aggressive in the hand when shooting, but it's not overly aggressive that it chews you up real bad when it's up against your skin when you're concealed carrying it. It's easy to clean if the gun gets dirty. A lot of the micro stippling and stuff, while it does feel very good, over time it will kind of compress on itself, or get dirt and grime, skin, all kinds of nasty stuff inside of it, and it will no longer really be aggressive, and it's very hard to clean out, to where this is just a lot easier to clean. And with that micro stipple, while it is very aggressive, while it's new, it'll chew your skin up pretty good. So a lot of different patterns out there, but this is one I do quite a bit, mainly because customers like it and ask for it. It's very efficient, very effective. So I'll come in and kind of re-go around my border a little bit, and then I just come in with the random pattern and just keep it moving, keep it going. You can go quite a while like this, as long as you don't lift that tip up and let it get hot enough to where it burns the polymer that's on the tip. It won't turn black when you put it back down. You'll have to clean it off. But if you do lift it, for instance, if I lift it now, I wouldn't go right back in and start. I would clean the tip of it off and then go right back to it. Just like this. Just keeping it random. I don't typically like to move upward when I'm doing it. I usually like to go down, but it won't hurt if you go up too much. I'm not applying a whole lot of pressure, just a little. Now I'm going to lift up and go ahead and clean the tip again. And then this little area right here will come back in and get. And since I'm going to lift right back up, go ahead and clean that tip off and continue on. I promise I'll get a better setup for recording videos, but right now still new to YouTube, new to videos, and I'm just using my iPhone on a makeshift stand. So hopefully that will get better soon. But yeah, just a random back and forth, up and down, side to side. The important thing I have found is just don't think about it, just go. Also, when doing this, you will want, this is a harder polymer. I'll typically take the magazine, I'll wrap it in like some green tape, painter's tape, and insert it back into the frame to where it's not overly tight, but just kind of snug. That will keep the frame from kind of shrinking as you heat it up with a mag in there. But another good way to kind of prevent that is go a little ways and then move to a different spot, because you can feel like the frame is getting warm you'll be stippling right here, and it just gets warmer and warmer, and it kind of carries out. So I try to typically move around. It also kind of helps me keep things pretty random. So keep that in mind. Wrapping the tape, or wrapping the mag in tape helps. Not overly too much tape, but just enough that it's kind of got some pressure when you're trying to put the magazine back in. And with me moving over here for just a minute, it's allowing over here to cool down. It's already pretty cool to the touch, so I could pick up back on that area if I needed to. Just like this. And remember, when you decide to pick up on your iron here, also my tip is getting like a little bit loose, so I need to tighten it. You really don't want it to be too loose, especially when you're trying to get into those real precision spots. It's always a good idea to keep that pretty snug. But when I lift up, you can see how it just burns. And it's already turned it black. I don't know if you can see that, probably not. But that's black. And if I put that back down on there, I'm gonna have a black spot on it. You don't want that, so that's why you use these. Also, these are super cheap. You can buy on Amazon. Buy copper brushes, not steel. Steel can kind of wear down these tips, especially if you have like a custom tip. So just buy copper ones. They're a lot easier on them. So yeah, I'm going to keep going on this, and when I am all done, I will post a video of it completed and put back together and show you guys how it turned out. So have a good one, and if you like the video, give me a thumbs up. Follow if you like. I hope to keep posting more and more content, and hopefully the content will get better. But like I said, I'm still new to all this. All right, thank you guys.